used to crumble up frosting flakes and put it on his spaghetti because he didn't have a seasoning.
Oh, you just saw that? I saw that earlier.
Oh my
Anyway,
God, the
anyways,
level
hold on,
of
wait a minute,
struggle.
wait a minute. What is good, everybody? It is your boy TT Casanova, and we are live with early morning talks, and we are met with a guest here. She wanted to talk about mentality, and I wanted to hear what she had to say. So this is all live, completely unscripted, not gonna cap. You probably can't even see my camera right now because I'm trying to pick music.
Yeah, man, your boy Dirty Dan, the Dirty Diaper, bro. She's finna get to tell me all types of shit.
This is actually funny.
Okay. So go ahead, Coco. What did you want people to know about mentality?
So basically, how you're birthed into a world from your parent and your mother, how they see the world. When they bring a child into the world and they teach this child how they see through the world and what they see and what everything represents. Now, some people can look at a light and go, hey, this light represents me knowing where I'm going for me to be able to see. And some people see this light as, oh shit, the lights is on. I need to go my ass in the house. Or somebody might try to kidnap me. It's
Yeah.
all about how your parents perceive the message to you. So, people at a young age, if they experience a lot of trauma, they will get older and conflict that same trauma on other people. Like, for example, I watched a documentary of a man. He went around and his parents did not want him. So he went to a Catholic church. From that Catholic church, he was raped by the other boys because his parents didn't want him. He was beat. So when he got out of that, he hated women. He
Mm,
couldn't put physical harm on another man, so he personally targeted women. So he
uh,
raped them, he beat them, and eventually he married a woman. He married this woman, took her kids. She couldn't do anything about it because she spent 30 days in jail. And this was back in the day. So he took this girl, he raised her, and he had a messed up mentality. This girl had no mother, no father. She thought this was her father because he abducted her at a young age. So he raped her, he beat her, and in her mind, she said, this is my father. This is what he likes. This is what's right. And she never broke free. She had opportunity and chance to get away from this man. But she was so young and he raised her this way. So she completely thought it was fine and she dealt with pain and trauma up until he killed her.
mm.
It's the
What the
mentality that
fuck do you
somebody
be
faced.
watching, bro?
I'm, I be getting to it, I'm telling you. But it's all facts. It's the mentality. Somebody can tell me it's wrong to get in a car with a stranger, but if your mother tell you at a young age it's okay to accept rides, you can get in a car with somebody and die. You
Yeah.
don't know because your mother always told you it was right. We get to look at a green light, and as a kid they teach you colors. We could all be looking at the color green, and everybody in the world could be telling us it's blue.
Mm,
The
yeah.
mentality not gonna change because that's what we were taught.
Yeah. That is true, but I feel like to a certain point, people can break it. I wouldn't necessarily count people out that heavily. I feel like people, depending on who they are, really can take the chance and break the habits that are poisoning their lives or, you know, making them really fail at life. Like, I feel like there are certain things to where people people slowly gain their own understanding of shit no matter who's forced up what on them. That's why we have these cults or groups that these people were raised up in. Even though some of them were taught that way and stayed that way, others were like, "I gotta get the fuck out of here," or they mentally break. So, in my personal opinion, I can say I agree on the part where it is definitely a mentality thing, but I also disagree on I disagree on the latter on the end part of what you said when it comes to some people just don't know any better. Because I feel like
Mhm.
I feel like there are that group that knows better, you know. So I can't disagree with that fully, but I can say that some people really don't, and it leads to that happening, you know, so where people just continue and live with the things that once again their parents may have passed down to them, or to encapsulate it all without having to talk too much, what we love to dub generational curses. So once people break free of those, I feel like life could be a lot easier. Like for example, if that girl would have left her father and or her quote unquote father and just broke free, I'm pretty sure she could have met a nice dude. And I don't even know who we're talking about here. I just listened to the story and it sounded very painful to hear because, you know, just hearing how terrible certain people have it and they're forcing themselves to be okay. It reminds me of a situation that I recently saw. Like I've recently had a close person, or at least someone who used to be close to me, deal with that. So it's just like all I can say is, man, people are complex as hell, and mentalities can change depending on if the person really sees it that important to change. If they don't see it as that important, or they don't feel like they have any hope to change, because some people feel like literally they, even if they tried to break free, they would still be struck down. So yeah, all I can say about that is, man, I really hope I really hope that no one ever has to go through this again. Hey BZ, we're live streaming a conversation, and it is about how the mentality of people have, well, affect how it has affected people. And my more so conversation behind that topic is people have a choice, but some people choose to make it and others are just too broken to make it.
Mhm.
But yeah, interesting conversation. Do you have anything to add? Do you have anything to add to
I
this,
have a little
BZ?
bit of something, but I'm gonna let y'all
Oh, we're talking
say
about.
words,
Oh,
and I'll join in.
I was gonna say we're talking about mentality and how it affects people. And she had gave the example of this girl who, you can you just say it again, because I don't want to say it. This is, it's a little bit hefty.
So it was a story on a man who was abused as a kid. He grew older to hate women, and he abducted a girl, raised her, raped her, killed her, and beat her. That's the best way I could put it.
And it's all due to the experiences he had in which why he was really doing that. Like he had most of, if not all of the stuff happen to him. And I had said that people have a choice whether or not they can break what we like to dub generational curses or traumas.
Mm,
So yeah, this is a little bit of a hefty topic to be talking about at 2:31 a.m. Like
I know.
it really is. But I thank you for the conversation though, because it really does make you think. Like, damn, what if we have some of those traits that we got from our parents because of their, or even that we learned from the world doing shit to us. And by the world, I mean the specific people that did the shit. The only reason I'm saying the world is because I don't know everybody's situation, so I'm trying to make it as relatable as possible. I said as positive as possible with this. So yeah, that's a damn. It makes me think of all the times I fucked up and just lashed out, like all the anger that I've had. I really wonder where it's from, but this pretty much answers it.
And it's all due to mentality.
Oh damn.
And ego.
I can't really say much because that shit just, it's straightforward.
Yeah. You know? And some people would be like, I'm wrong. I'll take like the constructive criticism, but everybody doesn't want to hear that, you know?
Yeah, and to be real, they have a right not to want to hear certain shit. I mean, like let's be real. When you genuinely think something about what you're doing is right, do you really want to hear somebody tell you, man, shut up with that shit? You know what I'm saying? Do you really want to hear that?
No.
Like, not to be biased about it, but it's
I
like,
agree.
if I have something that I'm building and somebody's just like let me tear that shit down, man. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That's my main response.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna say you don't want to hear it, but sometimes there are gonna be people out there who, uh, let's be honest, they hate that, or they just don't agree with the fact that you're in a certain position. And
Mhm.
and what that does is, that allows you to see where they are in life. Because if they were at your point where you were at, they would acknowledge and be like, "Well, I've seen the work you've done. Like, I'm proud of you. So and so and
yeah,
so." But when a lot of these people start attacking the things that you are doing, that's trying to create this discouraging thing, like that you're not doing enough, that you're not doing um, what society thinks. But then that's where you get to that point. Do you see, like, okay, but they're judging me because I'm doing what they are not able to do.
hmm,
They're not judging me because of the position I've allowed myself to become in because I'm trusting what I am doing.
yeah,
And when people start getting below the belt, it just it always come back to them anyway. And that's why you gotta just let how people handle some shit. You gotta just, like I said, they gonna do it, but are you gonna let it affect you, or are you gonna let that shit like motivate you to keep going? You know,
yeah,
and that's
and
where the real
Mhm.
test lies.
and once again, that shit lies with their mentality. Either way, I'm gonna end the live off here. Um, thank you guys for tuning in when you do tune in. This was a more short conversation because it was more direct and straight to the point. I'm starting to like these formats because it saves time and it gives more open room for more things to do, as well as more things to talk about if we were to do this later on in the day sometime. But yeah, what do you guys think about mentality and how it affects the world for the viewers out there? And if you can say anything, either DM me or leave some type of comment or even join the server and message. But regardless, thank you for your time, guys.